Even the Doctor isn't cool all the time. Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 awkward Doctor Who moments.
If you ever need me out of your hair, just give me a shout, okay? Why would I want that?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at all those times we couldn't help feeling second-hand embarrassment for the Doctor and their companions. Number 10, tea at Yaz's. After returning Yaz, Ryan and Graham to their home period, it looks for a second like the Doctor's going to make an awkward exit until Yaz invites her to tea.
Do you want to come for tea at mine? Definitely. Yes, I would. Thanks. I love tea.
But if there's one thing the Doctor isn't well equipped for, it's idle chit-chat. While she's definitely good at talking, the topics leave much to be desired. Rambling about how she might like a flat one day and could get herself a purple sofa to sit on.
Am I being weird?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm trying to do small talk. I thought I was doing quite well. It's work.
She also can't stop herself dropping a few spacey anecdotes into conversation, and ends it by insulting Yaz's dad's cooking, all while she tries to be helpful.
Oh, you've got a parcel to pick up, left with a neighbour.
Yeah, I've been trying to get that for days. Couple of doors down, no reply.
Do you want me to go get it while you make your terrible pakora?
Number 9, has anything fallen from the sky recently? This episode opens dramatically with Rose and the Doctor following a miscellaneous object through space, which eventually crash lands in London.
What exactly is this thing?
No idea.
And why are we chasing it?
It's mauve and dangerous. And about 30 seconds from the centre of London.
The problem is that they don't initially realise where, or more specifically, when they are. The Doctor finds his way into a nightclub and gets on stage, hijacking the microphone to ask whether anything has fallen from the sky recently.
Hello. Might seem like a stupid question, but has anything fallen from the sky recently?
When people start to laugh at him, he can't quite fathom what's going on, until he hears an air raid siren and the room begins to clear. It turns out they're in Second World War London, right in the middle of the Blitz.
With a very loud...
Quickly as you can, down to the shelter.
bang.
Number 8, Danny Pink meets the Doctor. Things were rocky between Clara Oswald and her one-season boyfriend Danny Pink from the start, going from their disastrous first date to his death while on the phone to her. But perhaps the most cringeworthy moment came when, after a few weeks of lying, Danny finally finds out the truth.
What's this? A chronodyne generator. I'll just deactivate that, shall I? I've got a swimming certificate.
Unfortunately, his first assumption was that the Doctor was Clara's father, prompting the Doctor to comment that they look exactly the same age, much to Clara's annoyance.
That is really, really brilliant reasoning. How can you think that I'm her dad when we both look exactly the same age?
We do not look the same age.
I was being kind, right?
She then has to come clean about her time-travelling ways, which is only made worse by Danny and the Doctor's deep dislike for one another.
Because he's an alien.
Are you an alien?
No, I'm still from Blackpool.
Number 7, Jackie Tyler tries to seduce the Doctor. Rose and the Doctor had a chaotic meeting at the shop where she works, culminating in the shop itself going down with a bang. When he comes to track down a rogue Auton hand the next day, which has found its way into Rose's flat, he bumps into Jackie Tyler in her room.
I'm in my dressing gown.
Yes, you are.
She's anything but subtle, quipping about there being a strange man in her bedroom where anything could happen. It's not clear which one of them this encounter is more embarrassing for.
Where anything could happen.
No.
If you thought all that was bad enough, when he next meets her, she slaps him across the face after Rose goes missing for a year.
Go online and pretend you're a doctor.
I am a doctor.
Prove it. Stitch this, mate.
Number 6, David Tennant's Zoe Wanamaker impression. After her memorable appearance in Series 1's The End of the World, Cassandra made a less than triumphant return in New Earth, now sneaking around underneath the creepy hospital. One thing leads to another, and her scheme to seize control of Rose's body succeeds.
Oh my God, I'm a champ!
After a spat of bickering, however, Cassandra decides to switch bodies into the Doctor at the climactic moment of a chase scene, forcing David Tennant to give quite a shaky impression of Zoe Wanamaker.
Two hearts. Oh, baby, I'm beating out a Sam.
To say he's normally good at accents, the scene was uncomfortable for Rose, Ten, and the viewers.
I've been inside your head. You've been looking. You like it.
Number 5. Sonic sunglasses. We've never been happier to say goodbye to a gadget as we were when the 12th Doctor regenerated and finally lost those pesky Sonic sunglasses.
Doctor, you don't have your screwdriver.
Oh, yeah. I'm over screwdrivers. They spoil the line of your jacket. These days, I'm all about wearable technology.
From their first appearance in Series 9, then recurring for both the remainder of that series and the next one, the fans hated them.
We need to talk.
We've had a lot of time to get used to the Sonic screwdriver and its sibling gadgets, the Sonic pen, and the laser screwdriver for instance, but the sunglasses were a step too far. He also spent lots of his time wearing them indoors, which just makes them look even more ridiculous.
Well, it might help if you could see properly.
Number 4. Elizabeth I Zygon. We all knew that the Doctor's dalliances with Queen Elizabeth I wouldn't end well. After all, we did see her order him to be executed at the end of the Shakespeare Code. But things didn't seem to get off with a good start either.
Doctor! What? My sworn enemy.
What?
Off with his head! What?
After apparently seducing her, the Doctor proposes while on a picnic, claiming that it was all a cunning ruse and that the real Elizabeth would never say yes, proving that she's a Zygon.
My love, I do not understand.
I'm not your love, and yes, you do. You're a Zygon.
However, it turns out that she wasn't a Zygon, and he's just gravely insulted her, a trend which continues throughout the entire special.
It was the horse.
I'm gonna be king.
Though she forgives him for long enough that they can have an exceptionally awful impromptu wedding.
Is there a lot of this in the future?
It does start to happen, yeah.
Number 3. Unlocked door. Pretending to be the Zygon overlord, Elizabeth throws the 3 Doctors into a cell in the Tower of London, leaving the door unlocked to aid their escape. She clearly thinks a bit too highly of them, however, as putting 3 of them in a room together only leads to them coming up with the most convoluted solution possible.
Well, Sonic would take centuries. Oh, we might as well get started. Help to pass the timey-wimey.
They end up running a calculation through the Sonic screwdriver for a few centuries, just so that it can finally work on wood.
We may have had our differences, which is frankly odd in the circumstances, but I tell you what, boys, we are incredibly clever.
But just when they're about to triumph, the door opens from the outside and Clara comes stumbling through, letting them know that the door was unlocked the whole time.
How did you do that?
Wasn't locked.
Right.
Number 2, Rose makes plans. The Doctor and Rose find themselves stranded on Kroptor, a dead planet orbiting a black hole, after a tunnel collapse sends the TARDIS down into the pit beneath.
We're kind of stuck.
Well, it could be worse. This lot said they give us a lift.
While the Doctor would ultimately be reunited with his time machine, he and Rose do tiptoe around the idea of settling down together if they really do get trapped in that place and time. It's all fun and games with him rambling about the horrors of getting a mortgage, until Rose suggests that they could get the same one and share.
I don't know. It could be the same one. We could both, I don't know, share. Or not. Yeah, whatever.
With the pair of them incapable of having an honest conversation about their feelings, they both end up desperate for a change of subject.
Everyone leaves home in the end.
Not to end up stuck here.
Yeah, but stuck with you, that's not so bad.
Number 1, Amy trying it on with the Doctor. After waiting her whole life for the Raggedy Man to return, Amy can barely wait to make her move when he finally does, even if she is supposed to be getting married in the morning.
You're getting married in the morning?
Well, the morning's a long time away.
They return from a rather traumatic adventure with the Weeping Angels, and Amy decides to tell the Doctor that she wants to be with him and not Rory.
But I really wasn't suggesting anything quite so long term.
He doesn't initially understand what she means, but things take a turn for the salacious when she starts to kiss him. We all know that nothing came of this brief affair, thankfully, but it wasn't great for us to watch, or for Eleven to even experience. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.